Welcome back to the Morning Blend. Today we're going to tell you how to start a family garden. If kids learn how to grow things, chances are much better that they'll develop a green thumb.
That's right. April Newton is a contributing writer for Metroparent magazine, and today she's here with more on gardening with kids. Good to see you.
It's nice to see both of you.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people want to know how to do this. I was just biking on one of the bike trails this weekend through town. You saw all the community gardens, you know, and whether you have space in your own yard or you want to use a community space, I think it's a really neat thing to be able to do with kids, and kids really like it, right?
It's just inspiring for everybody this time of year when everybody's flowers are coming up and the pots are coming out, and you go out on the bike path past the community gardens and everything. It's just so fun. Everything's green and feels full of potential, life.
And what's the benefit to kids when they have a family garden or they participate in this?
You know, the editor of Metroparent magazine originally asked me to write this story kind of from my perspective, because I do a lot of gardening and I make my children be a part of it. Well, I say make them, like I force them. They like this. They like it. It's fun. It's good. It's good for everybody.
Sure.
But I have always sensed that it does a lot. It teaches children very much their connection to the production of food, but to the production of beauty. It doesn't just have to be about growing cucumbers. It's about growing petunias and pretty flowers. But it teaches them passage of time. They watch a day go through morning into night. They watch weeks go past. They watch months go past, and the ways in which plants change. It shows them all the stuff that's under their feet that's alive and growing that they've never really thought about before. Worms and potato bugs and all these fun things to follow around and see what their life processes are like too. So they're learning science, they're learning responsibility, they're learning botany and horticulture, they're learning all kinds of stuff.
They probably think twice about running through someone's plants, you know,
like
when they're playing ball.
You know what, they do, and that's absolutely true. And you know, everybody that I talk to, all the experts, the people from Victory Garden and the people from River Edge, you know, they all talk about it teaches children responsibility for the earth. My kids protected our watermelon patch last summer. We foolishly planted it right next to the driveway, but they protected it. But it's also teaching them just the more green you have, the better you feel. The better the whole earth feels.
So you mentioned a couple different types of plants, but what plants work well, especially with kids? I remembered loving strawberries a lot.
Strawberries are a great place to start. My last year 3-year-old, this year 4-year-old, those strawberries are where he starts. Fruit generally works well. We found, you saw the picture of my son holding the watermelon before the break.
Watermelons. That I think is cool for kids to see, because if you can grow a fruit that's like a strawberry, that's one thing. You grow a piece of fruit like that,
it takes 2
now
arms.
you're talking. Yeah, exactly.
Well, the fun thing with the watermelon too is that as they grew, we took Jonas's hand and we would always put it on the watermelon. So you saw his whole hand covering the watermelon until it takes his 2 little arms to hold the darn thing.
So cool. I love that.
But fruit works well. Sweet peas, things that grow fast. Peas grow fast. This is a wonderful book. This one, Linnea's Windowsill Garden, that my son's teacher gave me. This is absolutely phenomenal. It has all these...
hold it 1 second so people can see the title. Linnea's Windowsill Garden. Okay.
And it's an older book. But it's absolutely marvelous, and it has all these wonderful illustrations of the different scientific processes and the different ways to grow things.
And how they grow from a seed and then they come through. Oh, that's really cool.
Explains it so much more than, you know, my vague recollections of 8th grade biology.
Right.
Or growing grass in CCD class.
But she has great ideas in there. One is a pea Olympics. Choosing different kinds of peas and watching how fast they grow. Those are great things to do with kids. Anything that they want to eat.
Did you grow marijuana in CCD class?
No, we grew grass.
Oh, grass. Oh, okay.
She's also probably not old enough to refer to it as
It wasn't legal in Minnesota until recently.
I had to throw that out there because didn't you think of that when she's like, I'm growing grass in CCD class? Right? No. Okay, sorry.
Grow up a styrofoam cup of grass?
No, we did pea shoots, but I was Lutheran, so maybe the Catholics did grass, and we did pea shoots. Okay, sorry,
The Olympics would have been much better.
Yeah.
Which has, yeah, never mind. Anyway.
She's like, moving on. Okay, good resources for someone who wants to garden with or without kids. Where do you suggest people
Great
go?
stuff. VictoryGardenInitiative.org, which is here in Milwaukee, and they will come to your house and help you figure out where to plant. They run all sorts of little workshops and things. They have community gardens all over the city where you can go and take advantage of the space, knowledge, help, etc.
That's great that we have that resource here.
I know,
Did everybody
it's
hear that? They do all of that?
They do all kinds of wonderful stuff.
That's great.
They just did their big clearing, getting ready last month. But they're terrific, and they know what they're talking about.
How much space do you need?
Nothing.
Really?
You can do it anything you want. On
Styrofoam
a balcony, in a styrofoam cup, in the windowsill.
Well, right.
Absolutely.
Container gardens are awesome, especially if you're growing herbs. And I think it gets kids interested not just in eating, but cooking, too.
Yes,
if you're
it
growing your
does.
own fresh spices, I mean, hey.
Absolutely.
Right?
And Superior Cooking School here in Milwaukee teaches kids cooking classes, and they're starting their own garden this year, so the kids can take the stuff from the garden right into the kitchen and cook something with it.
So
Absolutely.
Little cilantro, little sweet basil.
Oh yeah,
little
fun things,
marijuana.
It's coming back.
Whatever you're into.
Whatever you got, wherever it's legal. No, I'm just kidding. All right.
Whatever flavor brownie.
Yep. Here's the information so that you can read, because you got an article in Metroparent magazine. If you go to metroparentmagazine.com,
Cute cover.
that's awesome. You can read the entire issue, and it's in the current issue that you can find out about family gardening.
That's right. All kinds of resources in there. Recommendations for a couple of books, things that will get you started.
Awesome. I love it.
April.
Thank you so much. Great to see you.